Hello, good morning. How are we doing? How are we doing? Good. My card number is 044, and I'm happy to sacrifice myself. If you need to test, send me money, please. My name is Rabeb. I am a product manager with the Interledger Foundation, and with me today is my wonderful colleague, Radu. Radu is one of our finest software engineers. And today we are going to tell you about all the good work we've been doing with web monetization. You've already seen a sneak peek with Alex, and hopefully we'll get into more details. If you have any questions, if you want to discuss web monetization, we will be in these halls for the next 2 days, so please don't be shy and just come and find us. And with that, let's get straight into it. Let's see. How many of you consume content on the web? Blog posts, articles, podcasts, videos. Okay, right? And how many would say that you do own content that is online? Okay, a little bit less hands. Right. As we speak right now, there are 500 hours of YouTube videos being uploaded per minute. As of 2023, there are 600 million blogs in the wild. And that doesn't even include the big media agencies. We are talking independent and small blogs. So if you are thinking right now, this is an interesting space, there are opportunities there, what can I do? You wouldn't be wrong. After all, Trevor Noah left The Daily Show to become a podcaster, and I think he's making good money. There is something in there. But it would be a little bit naive to think that it's all pinky and, it's all wonderful. If you go now in your lunch break, set up a blog post, put few ads there, you're going to become a billionaire tomorrow. I wish, but I'll be lying to you if I say yes, go for that. Internet users are smart, actually. Almost half of them, globally, know how to use an ad block. They are using ad blocks to avoid all these annoying pop-ups all over the place. Also, on the other hand, even, content owners now are like, you're interested in my content? I'd like you to pay some money for it. So if you look at all the big news media, the Wall Street Journal, the Telegraph, 70% of them now do have paywalls in front of their content. And these stats are from 2019. So who knows what's the percentage now? And I doubt it went down. It's probably up. So that leaves us with challenges on both sides. If you're a content owner, relying on the traditional way of making money, which is put some ads up there, is not particularly the best way these days. Ad revenues are declining. You are not going to make as much money as, say, someone who followed the same strategy maybe 5, 10 years ago, especially if you are a small publication, if you are an independent content owner. It's going to be a struggle to really be able to make money only relying on ads. On the other hand, as a user, as someone who wants to, consume content online, it's really frustrating and alienating. I don't want to commit to a subscription. I'm just interested in that one article and maybe just one paragraph from an article. Why would you want me to commit to a monthly fee for something that I'm barely going to use? And also, let's face it, things are getting a little hard. There is so much subscriptions that users can and are willing to pay for. So, again, it's a real challenge thinking about monetizing content these days, especially only relying on the traditional ways, which are mainly ads and maybe subscriptions. And that's the space that we've been working on. That's the problem that we've been trying to solve with web monetization. Simply put, web monetization would allow for any website, literally a web page, to receive payments from any visitor who is web monetization enabled. So if I want to pay it forward, if I'm looking at someone who's like, have a nice blog out there, all the guides, what I should be doing in Cape Town, and I would like to support them, I don't have to, pay a subscription because I just want to support them maybe, with a little bit of money, not a full subscription or something. Web monetization would allow me to do that. And for my blog post, web monetization would also allow me to make some money. I'm going to keep my ads there. I'm not taking them anywhere. But, just diversifying my stream of revenue. Why not? We all like a bit more money, right? So that's, in a nutshell, in a simplified way, what web monetization will help us do. Now, where does it sit within the Interledger space? Think about web monetization at the level, the user application level. So that's where it is. Right now, we do have a web monetization specification with the W3C. It is in a draft stage, and that's a work in motion. There is also another stream of work. Alex did mention that earlier with the Chromium team, to make sure that web monetization is implemented natively in the browser. Again, that's work in progress. And while all this good work in progress with our community and partners is happening, we also worked on a web monetization extension that would allow you to try getting a taste of web monetization. Okay, and with that, I'm going to hand it over to Radu, who will show you all these things in action.
Thank you, Bibi. So before starting, I would like to give you a little bit of sense. So like Bibi said, web monetization is built on top of open payment. Open payment is an API standard for account servicing entities that allows third parties to allow digital accounts securely. Then how would someone enable open payments on their website? For those of you that are familiar with HTML link elements, you just have to add a link element to your website, and your website is web monetization ready. And the extension, like any other extension, currently is in a private beta. Once it's going to be publicly released, you will be able to install it from your browser web store. And now, let's go for the demo. So for this demo, we are going to use the Interledger test wallet that my colleagues Tim and Max presented earlier. It's a test accounting servicing entity that enables us to have open payments enabled accounts. And for the demo, we are going to use my South African Rand account. Now, it's probably a little bit small, but you can see here in the top corner the web monetization icon. By clicking it, it will open the extension pop-up, and this is the setup screen that everyone will see after installing the extension. And let's see what information the extension needs to properly set it up. So first of all, it will ask us for the wallet address. And as you can see here, for my South African account, I have a couple of payment pointers, and I'm going to use the one with Alice. So I'm going to copy the payment pointer, and I'm going to paste it in the wallet address field. And now it will ask us for an amount. This amount represents the budget that we want to put into web monetization. So we are going to do for now 500 rands. And we want to do a renew monthly. Renew monthly basically gives web monetization access every month to 500 rand out of my account. And that's all you need for you to use web monetization.
So just to clarify, does that mean, is Alice going to be using the 500 to spend like on content she's browsing?
Yes.
Okay.
And we can now click connect. But first time when we click connect, we'll be prompted with a consent screen. So in order to have a secure communication between the extension and the accounting service entity, in our case, in the Interledger test wallet, we have to upload a key. And with the Web Monetization Extension, the extension is going to do that automatically for you. The key can be uploaded manually as well, but if we click agree, you will see that the extension will automatically add the key, and it will redirect you to the consent screen where we can approve the budget for the extension. And now the wallet address is successfully connected to the extension, but there is one thing that I want to mention about the budget that was approved. That budget is not going to be taken out of the account, it's not going to be put on hold. We just give access to 500 rands. That means the extension has access to spend 500 rands out of the account. And now if you look at the icon, I know it's still small, we can see a red dot in there. That means the current page is not web monetized. But if I go to my website, which is web monetized, you can see the icon turning green. That means at the moment my website is receiving payment. But we cannot really see how this is actually happening and what's happening and when Web Monetization is sending payments. And for that, we created a tool, the Web Monetization Playground.
So, Radu, I have a quick question. Sorry, I'm clearly not prepared for this. I'm asking so many questions. So, your website is web monetized. Is that because, what did you do? Is that the link that you showed? All, yes. That's all you needed?
That's all you have to do.
Okay, cool. Can you add one to my website later, please?
Add that? Okay, so I would like us to imagine a real-world scenario. So let's say that we are Alice, since we connected her wallet address in here, and we want to plan a trip. And in some other part of the world, there is a person named John that has a travel blog, and where he posts some stories about his trips and travel experience. So let's say that we are Alice, and we want to plan a trip to South Africa, since we are here, and we open up our browser and start surfing the internet. After some time, we'll end up on John's website, which is Web Monetization Ready, because he added that monetization link in there. And when we land on on his website, the Web Monetization will start streaming payments to John's wallet address. These payments are done in the background. You don't need any interaction. There is no user action that you have to make. These are done in the background. Web Monetization takes care of everything for this. So now let's explore more of the extension. So if we click the extension icon, this is the page that you will see when you first open the extension after you connect the wallet, and we can see the hourly rate. The hourly rate represents the amount of money that needs to be sent over a period of time. So if we stand on this page, let's say that this is John's blog, the extension will send a number of payments that add up to that hourly rate throughout the hour. And we'll come back to the support part in a bit after we go through the settings. So in the settings, we'll have 3 tabs. We have the first tab, which is the wallet tab, where we can see which wallet address is connected to the extension, and we have the ability to disconnect as well. On the second tab, we have the budget, where we can see the remaining balance, and the ability to update our budget. But I would like to mention something about the budget amount that we can update. This is not going to be a top-up. It's going to be a new budget for the extension. So we first approve 500 South African rands. If we update to, let's say, 700, we are not going to have a budget of 1,200 South African rands. It's going to be just a budget of 700. And the final tab, the rate of pay, where we can update how much money do you want to spend over an hour if you stay for an hour on a web page, and the ability to disable continuous payments as well. So the continuous payments are the payments that you see that keep happening here, where we don't have to perform any action. The extension just does this for us. But remember the support part? This is an additional feature of Web Monetization of the extension. With this, you can send a one-time payment to a website. So I really liked John's blog post about South Africa, and I will visit whatever he posted there, and I want to send him like 300 South African rands. And as you can see, John will receive the 300 South African rands. And do you remember the Interledger cards and the payment pointers? These are production ready. So I'm here on Alex's website, and I'm going to send him some money to buy a coffee.
Yeah, why are we sending money to Alex?
No.
I know everybody told everybody their complicated payment pointer numbers. I made it easy for everyone. I'm 000.
And now if I go to my account. I sent Alex $2 for coffee, and you will be able to see the transaction here. So the payment points that you have on the cards are production ready, and you can use them to receive payments through them.
Yeah. So while at the beginning of the demo, we used the test wallet, test money, because especially if you're just exploring and testing, you would want to be careful. Test money, but also this is to prove that it's all ready and working, and real money is working fine with this as well.
And to make the point across, I just got real money on Web Monetization, and I'm going to go buy myself a coffee. Good luck, everyone.
Are we going to show the tools, or do you have
After.
Yeah. Right. So you've heard me talking about a lot of things in progress, in motion. So what's next for us? Well, first of all these in-progress things, we need to get them to the finish line. The extension that you just saw, it's in a private beta. It is on obviously it will be available for you on the browser web stores, Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari at some point. I see it's like, say the words, yes, Safari. Right now it is a private beta. If you'd like to test, come to us, and we'll be happy to provide you with a link where to find the extension. And soon, the plans are to soon make the extension as a public beta, and hopefully a staple release as the next stage as well. What else? We've been also working on our documentation on web monetization, iterating on what we have and making it much easier and better, whether you are a technical person, a developer, or whether you're just curious about web monetization, you want to use it. So that's also something we've been putting a lot of effort on, and soon you will see a new branded documentation for us. There are more features and more things we would love to add to the extension. Some of it, for example, an exception list. Like right now, the hourly rate, the rate of pay that Radu mentioned, is for any and every web page. So if you choose that you're paying, let's say, 0.05 cents per the hour, that would be the same rate for all the web pages you're surfing. What we would like to do is to give you more flexibility and the ability to decide, actually, for this specific website, or like this list of 5, I really like them, I serve them the most, so I would love to give them a little bit more money. So that's something we're gonna add. We also will be adding a new monetization model. So right now you have again, the hourly rate, so the payments are over 1 hour, but with this new monetization model, it would be more of, you consume first, and then maybe, let's say, after a month, we just look at your stats and we do split how the payment would work throughout the different websites that you did serve. But that's going to be with the extension V2, hopefully. Something else we've been working on, which is web monetization tools. We acknowledge that not everyone knows what web monetization is. So if you want to, to use web monetization on your website, you want to make sure that the users, the visitors of your website do know that they can support you like that. You would like to encourage people, to help you and give you some money. So we will be providing some tools for that, a banner and a widget. It's super easy to set up on your website, and that way you can tell, if I am visiting your website, for example, I can see a banner that tells me, hey, if you like what you're reading, if you like what you're seeing, you can support me. I'm using this thing called web monetization, and here is how you can support me with some money. So we are providing these kind of marketing tools for anyone who's using web monetization on their websites. This is still an alpha stage. So hopefully soon it will be a more of a stable release for everybody to use. What else? What else do we have?
Tell Alex to buy me some coffee as well.
Okay. I don't know why we keep giving Alex money, but here we are. That's where we are. So are some of the exciting things we are working on. We strongly believe we build with and for the community. There are different ways to join us and to help us. Everything is open source. So if you like coding, GitHub, and please help us. We will appreciate all your contributions. We do have different forums where you can hear the latest from us and also contribute to the conversation. For web monetization, we do have a bi-weekly call. Anyone is welcome to join. And it's really very community-driven. Oh, we are thinking about this thing. What about if we add this feature? This is missing. So please make sure to join us for that. I'm sure it's somewhere in one of these links. If you go there, you'll find like how to sign up for that web monetization website, so you can learn and hear everything about web monetization. And yeah, we will be around for these 2 days. I think we still have some time for any questions or compliments. My card is 044. Feel free to give me some money. Yes, please.
Hello, thank you very much. This is very exciting. I'm Ben from Castopod. We've implemented web monetization 3 years ago. Back then, we used to rely on the coil. I'm trying to figure out which differences there are. I think that now the user who's paying is allowed to choose to define how much money he wants to pay.
Yes.
That's one.
Yes.
Also, he can choose to send a one-time payment.
Yes.
Are there any other things that I missed?
I think the biggest change is the fact that everybody can be their own coil. Coil had a weaponization model that was very tightly locked and defined. You spent $5 a month. The rate of pay was 36 cents an hour. And after about 13 hours, when you started running out of money, the rate of pay decreased considerably, so you can never spend more than 5. The difference, I think everything about those choices are now yours. How much money do you want to put behind weaponization? Is it monthly? Is it one time? How much money do you want to spend an hour? And on top of that, because it is your money, not something that you've prepaid, it never goes out of your account until you actually use it. So if you want to, I don't know, if you only spend $2 out of it, only you spend $2 out of that, the rest kind of doesn't disappear. And most important, I think the most important part is you now have the ability to do tips, support, one-time payments, which I think Coil didn't have to begin with unless you are part of a very, very closed down beta group, which some of the people in the room had access to. I am forever grateful for Stefan for giving me free money to donate around the internet. Free money everywhere.
But not only to you. My car 021. I'm too late to this party.
Also, when you entered the Interledger wallet address in the extension, can that address be anywhere? Because back when we were using Coil, you had to create an account on Coil and to put money in like in a Coil wallet.
Oh, I see. So that address is attached to a wallet, right? We do have some of our partners are web monetization enabled. So one, you can use the test wallet, that's test money. Right now we have GitHub and we have Fimboss. They are enabled for web monetization, and we've been testing, and so you can use these two wallets as well.
Okay, so that's probably the biggest difference. That's you can pick your wallet wherever you want.
Yes, I guess so. I joined this year. I'm younger than Cole.
This is the final test for Vivi.
Yeah.
So it is like that. You can choose your wallet, and hopefully we'll add more. As you saw maybe last night at the Innovation Hub, and also mentioned earlier by Max, there is also Chi Money included, which is one of the beneficiaries of our grant exactly to implement. And we have a talk in the second part of the day about the fourth one that you saw earlier. Spoiler alert, you have to be here. So it is, and Coil, I think he has this membership layer that we do not have. So we do create a lovely community. I wouldn't say it's better because Stefan is still here, but it's funnier at least. Again, my jokes. But that's also a difference. You can choose whatever. Hopefully you can bring to the table even more digital wallets to support us. Of course, we dream big to have mainstream wallets over there, but we are very happy to collaborate with what we have till now to be able to showcase the power of monetization.